Let us break bread together at the altar. Break bread together, for we are one. For when we are together. So it seems that there is fire on the mountain, and this fire had decided to touch some people and it has come to my deck. Someone sent me a message on Instagram and told me, George, have you seen what is happening with Doris Ogala and Profx? And I went to go and see on Facebook. I saw Profx has been releasing some bomb. Ha! You know what is called bomb? So that's what we are discussing today. Today we are talking about Solomon Temple, Profx, and Maureen God of mercy, what did I just say? And Maureen Badejo. Stay tuned after the intro. Welcome. These people, why una like gist like this? Una too like gist. Okay, now let me start with Solomon Temple. Solomon Temple made a post on his page and claimed that Profx himself is a blackmailer and that he's into the business of blackmailing pastors and all. Now, you have to know something that, as I think last year, even Profx has said it himself, that before he used to be more of like, do all this exposing charlatans, this and this underground, but it's now that he's revealing or showing his face. And there was a time that Solomon Temple made a video and showed that there's this particular page. I'm going to play the video for you right now.
But let me introduce you to 𝙤𝙤𝚘𝚎𝚗𝚏, who is Profx. 𝙤𝚘𝚗𝚘 happens to be Jay's friend. 𝙤𝚘𝚗𝚘 was the first person I discovered was involved with Ugly Truth. So 𝙤𝚘𝚗𝚘, Jay's brother, Jay's best friend, is involved with Ugly Truth. And I told Jay, I said, Jay, please tell 𝙤𝚘𝚗𝚘 to discontinue Ugly Truth because he's using it to defraud people, to bully people, to extort people behind the scene.
Some 11 months ago, he was the eclectic cyber criminal, according to Solomon 𝐻𝐻𝚘𝚗𝚘, after being the person who started the infamous Ugly Truth Facebook page. Solomon alleged that 𝙤𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚘, popularly known as Profx, and 𝐲𝐻𝐽𝐻 used the Ugly Truth page as a platform to extort and scam followers.
So until this morning, it was donate to Ugly Truth. Can you see it? This is donate to Ugly Truth, but this morning they changed it to donate to Rebecca Jones because they knew I was coming for them. They knew gradually they wanted to get rid of every evidences. But one thing they didn't do, and they were not smart enough, is what I'm about to expose. Okay, can you see that? Rebecca Jones, donate to Ugly Truth. Now I want you to go and click on cancel and return to Rebecca Jones. And you would see where that is going to take you to. So cancel and return to, you go to the very end, you would see cancel and return to Rebecca Jones. And you would see where this guy's going to take you. So please talk to me. Where did it take you to? Where did it take you to?
Now, 𝙤𝚘𝚗𝚘 Mutamiri says Solomon has been part of the Ugly Truth crew from the start and was locked out as an admin by 𝐲𝐻𝚘𝚘𝚘 when the two had their differences.
But I think everybody would just be exposing themselves. Me, I'll be watching from a side to be giving you people a report of what is happening. But looking at also Maureen has been hitting on the person of Profx, saying that Profx and Doris Ogala, some kind of audio rampam or internet rampam. When I say rampam, you know what I mean by rampam.
I love you. You're really Mr. Pull the trigger. Let's get our reward now, man. Shit. Let's get our reward and go to vacation. Let me fuck it. Let me fuck the hell out of your head. As if you know how to fuck. If you don't know how to fuck, then I fuck you there, abandon you and get out.
You see, at the time that Ruth Matthew's case was going on, note one thing, if you observe, when Prof X was arrested, whether it is real or fake, we don't know. Even Prof X himself has said that he even spoke to one of the people that was involved in his arrest and the person apologized. That particular charlatan knows what he did with Prof X or what he did to Prof X that he had to apologize. But moving on, the time that Prof X was arrested, a couple of other Christian creators, or would I say people that make commentaries about things that happen in church most of the time, made a video for Prof X. Maureen Badejo actually made a video for Prof X. So with that, I don't want to talk about it. So there's been this clash between Maureen Badejo, Prof X. Solomon Temple had, even at that time when Prof X was quote and unquote arrested, he made a video and said that it was staged by Prof X himself. Could that be true? Note, Solomon Temple is there with Prof X in that same South Africa. So they are in their zone. That is their zone. So some people will always say, why would Prof X leave talking about pastors in South Africa to be talking about pastors in Nigeria? I think when it comes to this, just like you see people right now talking about 𝐻𝐻 all around the world, why don't you people also say that, why are pastors in Nigeria reacting to what 𝐻𝐻 said there in America? I don't know if you understand. So when it comes to Christianity, it's more of like everybody knows everybody, and when it comes to situations like this, everybody is involved. So let's not try to bring that dichotomy. Please do understand this. Send down fire. So I was listening to the conversation between Prof X and Doris Ogala, and I was just asking myself a question. What would make an actress of Nollywood, an actress for that matter? I know me, I don't even know her, if not for this issue of this whole baby testimony. I don't know her before. I've not even watched one of her movie. But of course, she's an actress. So where does she get her relevance from if I don't even know her myself? And how does she make her money? Now, Prof X has claimed that she is Chris Okafor's ram pam. And of course, they had some conversation that is more of like a lovey-lovey, sugar, darling, to the point that a whole actress will be crying and acting. Of course, I'll call that acting because actresses are meant to act, so they can fake anything. That's why I always tell people, don't believe everything we see for social media. Let me play some parts of that particular audio conversation with you so you get to see what I'm talking about, for those who are not aware.
When I met you, when I was sincerely going to come into your case,
what did you want to do?
Okay,
what did you want to do with my case?
Listen to me. I was sincerely going to come into your case.
What was your plan?
My husband and my team were going to come into your case. You told me that you were not ready. When you're ready, you're going to let me know. And I stopped. Later, we'll continue conversing. Next thing, you asked me if I was happy in my marriage. And that put a problem in my marriage. I swear on my life, I swear on my honor, if my husband did not ask first for me not to stop talking to you from that moment, let me not wake up this night. And I told you about it. Then the next thing, you started professing love. Don't come and change the topic for me. If you say that everything I'm pouring my heart out right now because I know I am angry and I'm going to get done with you. But I have to tell you the way I feel. How stupid that I can be. I left the intelligent me, and I fell for your tricks of love.
Can I ask you a question?
We're supposed to meet.
So you
said you were coming.
So
I
you
was so excited.
listen.
Because already
Chioma, you are talking. This is like a fantasy story that you're telling me.
Let me do the talking right now. Since you want me to repeat what I said, instead I think unconsciously. I was conscious when I was saying everything I said. Now, you were supposed to come at City. You made me buy ticket, but you didn't come. You lied to me that you got your visa. You never got any visa. And you deceived me. In fact, after the ticket thing, you almost started, I almost started struggling with you because at that time you started talking to me rudely and all that. But again, you came back again. We started talking normal. And I felt, okay, you convinced me that you got your visa, blah, 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 blah.
But
I did that for love.
Why? How did you end up like? Okay, be honest with me. How did this love start from your end? Did you just leave? You just left your husband.
You ask yourself.
So you just left your marriage.
Why were you making me? Why were were you preaching love to me? Why did you tell me you were going to marry me? Why did you even tell me to leave my husband that you were going to? Why did you lie to me if you know you didn't mean it? Why did you tell me that I belong with you? Why did you tell me that we belong together? Why were you preaching to me that I was yours? That I believe my husband should go and get another person that I was yours? Why were you lying to me when you knew that you were acting or you were deceiving me all along? What were you intending to achieve?
But I was not deceiving.
You were the one who could put this whole lot thing in my head. You were the one who said you were going to marry me. You had a big dream. I was planning the future with you. Everything. You told me everything. You told me to even leave my husband. Even when I wanted to go back to him. Now, at the end of the day now.
Now, let me ask you a couple of questions, my dear. Listen. Doris Ogala was already relating with Profx with deception, using Nengi's photos. Now, she's not even confident enough with her own body. She's not even confident enough with her own personality. But she was relating with Profx already at the premise of a lie, using Nengi's photos. Imagine if Nengi, the one that was in Big Brother Naija, imagine if Nengi were to discover that an actress was using her photos on her Instagram in order to fish Profx, to fish him away from South Africa and bring him to Nigeria for just imagine that for a moment. So already you are establishing your relationship with someone on the premise of a lie, and yet still you open your vocal cavity. Ogri, Doris Ogri, you open your vocal cavity and you are saying that he deceived you, he made you lose your marriage. Which marriage? We are going to be getting to your marriage right now because your marriage is on the internet here. I get any form of Makayota Alpha because of what you said about your marriage. And note, this was around March this year, if I am not mistaken, that she was having this lovey, sugar conversation with Profx. You are talking with someone that has worked with all of these pastors before he was. That's why you see, where I have respect for Profx amongst how I respect everyone is that he has been into the system. He has worked with these people, the 𝐲𝐻𝐻𝚘𝚘, the 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼, name them. He was part of this syndicate. So when he is talking, he understands the language. He understands what used to happen. When 𝐲𝐻𝐻𝚘𝚘 was being exposed and all that, he was closest to 𝐲𝐻𝐻𝚘𝚘 to be able to plan something, cook something and all that. The stories are still here on social media. Just that Nigerians don't even know where he's coming from. But I've seen most of those things here online, so I know. So when people like this talk and you see him using some words like jackals, boga, kakaka, that is his own brand. Amazing, wonderful. That is how he does it. I may not do things like that, but I will still discuss the fact. So you have to understand this particular point. Where does Maureen herself come from? After her experience with MFM and she was exposing them and all that, it now became more of like a calling, I would say, that she has to really hit on the pastors woto, the way she has to hit on them. And what she has been saying, most of them are actually factual. A couple of mistakes here and there, but of course we can accommodate that. What point am I trying to make right here? All of them, Profx, Solomon Temple, Maureen Badejo, the main focus right here. Let's leave Bisola aside because Bisola, let's just leave her aside. Maybe next time we get to discuss her. If you don't understand this, you will not get to know where all of this is coming from and why we are where we are right now. Now, looking at the person of Doris Ogala, what would a Nollywood actress... You see, when I tell you, see, the last time I made a video about the Acts of Apostle Johnson Suleiman, what were you seeing there? From Nollywood actress to one Nollywood actress to one Nollywood actress. And even Gist Lover even mentioned Prophet Jeremiah also in part of the Nollywood Rampatotos. Nollywood actresses, if you are watching right now, why is it that you use Nollywood as your packaging, but behind one inako politician, inako pastor, inako woto? Why? Those of you that are following these Nollywood people and thinking that what you see on social media is from what they are doing on the film, Asiocha, Asi nka no asi opante. Because people don't understand. Now, moving further right here, Doris Ogala was claiming in the audio recording or in her audio conversation with Prof X that Prof X being in a relationship with him, or would I say Prof X wooing her, because Prof X being who he is, you understand, he has to do this, of course, to get the information he feels he wants to get. Now, have money exchanged hands? Has he sent her to get money here, money here? We don't know the full story, except Doris Ogala would confidently come out and talk about her relationship, or would I say her ordeals with Prof X, because even as Prof X was recording, she was also recording. So, of course, she has some things. But note, at the same time, she was also talking with Maureen Badejo. So if Maureen Badejo thinks that Prof X was having an affair with Doris Ogala, and this whole thing may not really be about baby testimony, even though it is true that baby testimony was really missing, you have to understand one thing right here. What did Doris Ogala tell Maureen Badejo, which she has on record? Because I think Doris Ogala was intentionally planted in their midst to be the one to bring confusion between them. Prof X, Maureen Badejo, and maybe Bisola Johnson that were involved directly with this case. So Doris Ogala might be telling Prof X A and also using that and telling Maureen Badejo B. So she might be giving Maureen Badejo the impression that she herself was having, that Prof X was trying to woo her, not knowing the side of Prof X's relationship conversations with her, only to paint it to Maureen Badejo that Prof X himself is on a different agenda. So these are just three of them playing themselves. And if you remember the video I made about Cassie's arrest, I said that the reason why I stepped away from this conversation is that I was able to see that there was this whole idea of monopolizing the discussion about the person of Ruth Matthew. Why did Bisola herself leave to go and start looking for Ruth Matthew on her own? Because she felt that Prof X was using Ruth Matthew to make money. So she wanted to go and crack the code, only for her to go there and also got herself involved, arrested and all that, even though she helped a whole lot in the conversation. Follow these things very logically. So right here, the three main key players here, which are Bisola, Maureen Badejo, and Prof X, based on Ruth Matthew's case, I think they were all played. If Solomon Temple is there, the home man himself, saying that Prof X himself is not someone that should be trusted or something, he might be making a couple of sense right there. But until the revelation of those things come out, we can say we don't know exactly. But to a great extent, Prof X has done a lot of justice and a lot of revelations with fact. I pay attention to the facts, not even to the persons themselves really talking as to what is being discussed. Let's look at Doris Ogala's marriage right now at the moment. January this year, remember, as at March this year, she was saying that it was because of Prof X that her marriage is having issues, or she left her husband because what nonsense. Someone that is in South Africa, all of a sudden you fall in love with someone that is there in South Africa. And how did you got to know him? You got to know him because of these conversations about Omoto Fufeyin and all this. Yeah, Doris Ogiri ginka no nesi. This Ogiri is smelling. Are you do you know what you are talking about? So that's why if Prof X is saying that she was planted, I believe she was maybe planted because she herself has access to these men of God. And if you look at this, go look at Jeremiah Omoto Fufeyin's church when he's preaching. If you look at the left side, you see that is where the Nollywood actresses are sitting down. You see those two women that were given cars. There's a place for them. They always sit down there. All these people that we know are more of like brand ambassadors. You see the way they always, brands will look for celebrities for them to take picture with their product and all that. In church too, churches look for brand ambassadors who actresses and actors have decided to make themselves those brand ambassadors. I don't know if you are getting it now. Now, looking at her marriage back in January this year, January 11th, all right, she made a post and said on her Instagram, I'm putting it right here on the screen, she said, "It has come to my notice that the post I made about not staying in a marriage by force was misunderstood by some people, bloggers and websites, and they have written that my beautiful marriage has crashed. Let me state here that I am still married and give God the glory and lay my marriage at his feet. I hope this clarifies the misunderstanding. I still dey husband house, oh, thank you." But later she deleted the post herself. Ogala had shared a post via her Instagram page on Monday saying her marriage was over. She also said she was now a single woman. She later deleted the post. Apparently she was already single before she got into her entanglement with the person of Prof X. Now listen. She was using fake pictures of Nengi to contact Prof X according to what Prof X shared. Please let me ask you a question. If you were Prof X and you got to discover the pictures that the person you have been talking to be Nengi, the question is Nengi married? Was Nengi ever married? And she was saying her name is Chioma Johnson. Even when video have exposed her, okay, much later, she was saying that she is Chioma Johnson. You even deny your name, and the Chioma Johnson that you claim you are, and you are married and you left your husband because of Prof X is Nengi. Chioma Johnson or Doris Ogala. Why now? Why are you smelling everywhere like this? Doris, Maka, why? This is how you have carried yourself now and put inside this conversation. Now, Prof X na on a dog vam. Everybody na doggy vam. Are you going to come out and make a comment about this? I guess not, because once you come out, other Nollywood people are watching. They are seeing what is happening. They say, Doris, look at what you have done to yourself. I don't know if I will call you Doris Akara or Doris Ogala. But you have just decided to sell yourself right now. And look at what is happening. So you see what is you see right now? She's not even supposed to be the main conversation right now. But for her to have involved herself, who knows how much, maybe according to what Prof X says, who knows how much she was paid behind for her to come in and then be part of this conversation. That's why when Owomomo himself will come out and say that, hey, the confusion among them, this and that. Does it begin to make sense right now? So those of you that are Nollywood actors and actresses that decide to become a tool and frontiers for these churches in Nigeria, please use your time better. If you working with them pays you well, if you knocking them pays you well, some of you have seen some of them now, their marriage is not even working. Some of them are not even married. It is well. But anyway, as the drama keeps going on, Maureen would also obviously have facts to whatever she's saying about Prof X. Solomon Temple will be talking about Prof X based on his past antecedents, and they are there in the same country, so they know each other too well. Prof X himself will keep on pressing towards the whole issue of baby testimony. Hopefully, he has, links here and there and all that about that particular case. But this is the more reason why George doesn't like having personal conversations with people. You see, because you see me, I don't have time to be recording people. I don't have that time. If you talk to me on the DM, I even want you to beg. I don't want. Why? Because I just want to discuss things I see right here on social media. When once I start putting my number here, people talk to me this and this. I beg, I don't even have, I'm too busy on the real life. I'm too busy for me to come and be entertaining. Oh, yeah, this one said this one. I don't even need to even talk to the pastors themselves. Before tomorrow they will come and say I'm trying to get money from anybody. I don't talk to any of them. If any of them enter say I am pastor this, now me they even tell you I beg go. Whatever you see online is what you get, because I have to discuss, stay on principle, analyze, discuss what I see right here on social media. Do you understand? So but when once people have access to you like that, of course, it is necessary that you keep the record. So I don't blame Maureen for being a recorder extraordinaire. Solomon Temple too, recorder. Profx too, recorder. Me, I don't have that time. I beg, carry you na wahala they go. Anything what I see online, I wait here they talk about. But all the same, I have to respect all of them. All right, Profx is doing well. Maureen is doing well, even though they're having issues right now. Solomon Temple, he's doing amazingly well with his discussions as well. So we just hope that let us break bread together at the altar. Break bread together, oh, we are one. For when we are together at the altar, break bread together, for we are one. See you next time in my video. I love you guys a whole lot, and bye-bye.